It is I, Menace Shodecker, and welcome right back to where we left off, literally. Getting right back into the conversation. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a room full of people. That's right, we're back in Doki Literature Club. I'm liking this game. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing our feelings. No, it's about reading and writing. No, it's about books. No, manga. No, it's about adulting into a wiser person. Gosh. Being intimate with yourself. That sounds like a bad idea. Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Demonica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, I think you and I both know that, sister. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Demonica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Demonica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Yeah, I really like calling her Demonica now. I can't get over it. It's just funny to me. Now I'm just getting used to it. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Demonica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Demonica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Demonica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Demonica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Yeah, don't do what I'm doing with her name. Don't add stuff to people's names without them asking. It's really mean and it's kind of disrespectful. I'm only doing it because I know what she is and what she's going to do later on. At least, some of it. Anyways. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. That's cool. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard. Oh, we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. There are multiple places you could put that word so, honestly. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself. Like in front of a mirror. Or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori! Even Menace liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. Great, there's the embarrassed pose again. it's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. So much reading. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Menace. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Menace lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection on what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. What the heck? Thank you for all sitting and lining up, tallest to smallest. Biggest to smallest. Gosh. What is my life turning into? I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... But why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. Yay! She jumps back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Oh, we'll make you do it again. We'll make you do it again. We'll grab you by the ankles, drag you across the floor, and we'll sit you in that chair beside the podium, and we will make you do it again, little missy. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess, in that case. You don't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets. So let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Oh, my brain just remembered! I forgot to mention this. There's a Benny and the Ink Machine movie coming out. And I'm really excited to go see it. Eventually. I'm hoping it's good, I really do. I hope it's as good as the FNAF movie was. That one rocked. I was gonna mention that, and reading some of the words reminded me of it. too much reading. I'll be making pamphlets. Let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Can you not do that? Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. So I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Joy. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Demonica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club! And impressing Demonica. Why are you trying to impress her? She's already impressed by you, just you being here. You witless worm. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be really nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Menace. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of people have already changed. Oh, a lot of things have already changed. I could not stay in a school if that would force me to wear a uniform. That's very dehumanizing. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I don't know. I don't know. What would I do? I don't know what I'd do. I don't know. It just depends on the situation, I guess. Because when you stop and think about it, Sayori is walking home with me, so we must live pretty close to each other. But if I were to walk home with Natsuki, would she be closer to me or farther, depending on the location? It'd be smarter to go home with somebody who's closer to you, not farther away. So I guess in this case, it doesn't really matter what I pick, because I'm not going to really make much sense out of it. This is the most logical answer, but if Natsuki wanted to walk home with me, or like wanted me to walk her home, because like she felt scared or something happened the other day, then I guess I'd walk home with her and then walk home myself. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Well, I just thought of that make my heart pound. I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I'd just like you to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so, I say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Kawaii. I want some parfait. Milk. Chocolate. Sweet. Dang it! I had a good run there for a moment. Marshmallow. Bunny. Strawberry. Starscape. Unrestrained Professor Disaster. Lust. Play. Bester? No. You know what? I'm just gonna click marriage. Wait, what? Okay, you know what? Whatever. Fluffy. Yeah, fluffy candy, bubbles, pink, kitty. Puppy. Bouncy. Firefly. No! Fireflies. Vanilla. Lollipop. What would that even taste like, a vanilla lollipop? What would that even taste like? I have no idea. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Sing the piano. It fills you with determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination. But I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival! Well, she looks happy. It's gonna be great, oh, I'm sure. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Demonica, do they usually have fried squid? I am at a loss for words here. Fried squid. Fried squid. Fried squid. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh, just like Demonica. Which I keep using because I like it too much. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for today. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. I'm sensing depression. Yeah, definitely depression. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Demonica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Demonica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Menace, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little bit strange, but... Have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Menace. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. Yeah, sure. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. I'll tell you what's going on here. Sayori has a crush on me. But my character has a crush on Natsuki. So she brought it up and I chose Natsuki over her, so now she's depressed. That's what's going on here. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Menace. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Menace. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? Apparently something, because you're hiding something. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. So you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk. Demonica! And just walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down myself. Yeah, what is she up to? I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. My throat's dry again! Ah! But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Demonica. Hey, you. I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried, Baka! I'm surprised she hasn't said that by now. Call me Baka. Baka shockingly has a lot of translations. It can mean fool, idiot. There's a whole bunch of different meanings. Sometimes it just means stupid. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. So something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. I like this face on her. It's actually kind of cute. If something's bothering, gotta add the TH when you say the word. Do not doing good. There's too many words, I'm going brain dead. Abba-dabba-ding bom bom ba ding dong. Then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah. I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Yeah, she thought I was thinking romantically about Sayori. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you'd be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about it. Worry about her, because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. It's not like I like you, okay? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not! Jeez, if you're fine, let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Demonica calls out to the club room. Demonica? Why don't we share our poems now? But before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Demonica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Probably being a jerk as usual. Who should I show my poem to first? I'll show it to Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can really tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Menace. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. No, you're not tired. I can see it in your eyes and your soul. You're depressed. Something's bothering you. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Demonica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Hi, Menace. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. The vibes are really just going up and down at this point. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It'll also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Demonica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? Yeah, I do. That's... Oh, come on, Menace. Here we go again. That's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the clubroom every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. Eh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Menace. No, I think you're misunderstanding. Manga is interesting. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I feel like that one police officer... What was the show that he was from? Jesse Stone? Something like that? Some of the words here just sound like him. I guess. If you say so. I say so. It just sounds like him. I kind of knew that, but I didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask one more thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times, she doesn't even know what she wants. Oh, I think she knows what she wants, she just has a hard time admitting it. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? That's... I'm not sure how to respond to you, Demonica. Oh, I care about her in the club. It's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you did the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Now that I think about it, I didn't even get to read Sayori's poem. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. Lost adrift the sky. Victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical, sorry. My brain skipped a couple letters in there, or anything. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I don't know, actually. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Not true. The humming of the bees. The scent of the flowers. The gusts of the breeze. The chill in the air. The warmth of the sun. There's plenty you can write about. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway. Yeah, she's up to something. She just broke through the fourth wall there. A little bit. Or was trying to anyways. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Monica? Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can really be disheartening to get a lukewarm response. A lukewarm. I've never heard that one either. I'm seeing so many words I've never heard in my life. Define lukewarm. Showing little enthusiasm. Huh. Odd. How very odd. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. I get it, so a half-interested thing, basically. Like half warm, half cold. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Okay. Thanks for listening. Yuri. Here we go again. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Didn't even let me read the poem. Wow, that was salty. Okay. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know, I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like... I mean, it's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. I think you were. I think you were. Your face says otherwise. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That smile right there. And that blush. And those narrow eyebrows. And the way you're looking down says you were jealous but just don't want to admit it. Just because you happen to be a good writer. It's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Menace? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Please just tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know, I sound stupid. But there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki"? Sometimes I don't want to be cute. But nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. That they are. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good, and I know you hate my poems. I never answered the question! You don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. But why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style wasn't anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style was more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward. Because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. But my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty. Because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars. But when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller. Because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart. But what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger. Because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer. but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer. Because you think of me. Because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't say that. Dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just... remember that I can... think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... meaningful. And I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Eh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. What, roundhouse kick me in the nuts? I wear a cross guard, you know. Not very effective. Just... I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so... Go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat, so I can put away Natsuki's poem. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common, foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? No, it's gonna happen. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't there. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown a little off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on! She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. And I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine. What did she say? Completely skips it. Okay. Thank you for showing that I can no longer trust you, Demonica. Thank you. You've earned that nickname now, Demonica. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we need a lot of them. and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. Oh, ouch! No. It's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help with help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Menace. The one who is truly useless. The one who is truly useless. Why? Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Menace may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on! I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Menace to. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Menace to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. I'm thinking what Monica was planning to do was to make me spend time with her. And then to say something like... Oh, Sayori wasn't feeling well. She had to go home. But in reality, she just took care of her. As criminals like to say. Menace, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... What I actually want to do, if this was me in the universe, I would go check on Sayori, make sure that she is, in fact, alright. And then I would spend time with Natsuki baking, if this was me. I don't want to spend time with Miss Demonica, so no. And I certainly don't really want to help Yuri. She's capable. She can do it her own self, honestly. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Okay, we are at the hour mark, so I'm actually going to pause here. You know, maybe I should have made multiple saves so I could go back to certain points. That's okay, though. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, then give it a like. And if you want to see more from where we left off on this cliffhanger, then please subscribe. And like always, this is Mr. Decker signing off. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye! And have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to smile. Because a smile a day goes a long way.